Okay, so this video is going to start off right where we left off in the last video where the learning couldn't happen. So we are going to take this table and we're going to turn it into a matrix. So this is about the prices that have to do with the different size sandwiches and then the different proteins in those sandwiches. It's probably a blimpie because Subway doesn't have 9-inch subs. So there's some context for you. I know that my name is going to be P because they tell us right here what are the dimensions of P, and P probably relates to price. So like anytime in algebra, price, P, that's how it's going to work. So I'm going to start by writing P, capital P, because I want to remember, equals, okay? And then I typically don't write my brackets first. Now remember, if we don't have brackets, then it's not a matrix. If we just have the data, it's just in there. So we do not need the dollar sign, we just need the numerical values, but we do need the decimals. So 395 is that first value, 595 is that second value. I'm going to leave a space so it looks like a row, another row, 375, 560, 350, 525. Then I'm going to end with brackets. So go ahead and copy that down in your notes. So now I have my matrix P. Well, the dimensions are, so this is row 1, row 2, row 3. This is column 1, column 2. Okay, so the dimensions of this, I have 3 rows. So it's a 2, I'm sorry, I have 3 rows. So it's a 3 rows by 2 columns. So it is a 3 by 2. Go ahead and get that in your notes. Okay, so continuing on with our example, I would still like you to put this in your notes. I would put P32 equals, and what does it represent? And then D, what is the address? So that you know what you're answering when you look back on this in 3 weeks or 4 weeks or whenever it is we take that assessment. Because remember, when we take our assessments, it's going to be the entire chapter, and we're going to need this to review. So I am looking for P32. So P32, I have my lowercase p here, and my subscript 32. This refers to my rows. This is my column number. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is that equals, so I need to go to row 1. We have row 1, row 2, row 3, column 1, column 2. Alright, so row 3, so it's down here, column 2. So I have 525. So that, and what does it represent? Well, it represents the price of a 9-inch tuna sandwich. Alright, so that's it. That's all you have to do. So I remember that this was the rows and this was the column. It tells us exactly where to find it on a grid type thing. So what is the address of 595? Well, 595 is right here. So I'm going to have lowercase p equals, lowercase p, and then I'm going to look, okay, I have to write my rows first, so it's row 1, and it's in column 2. So the address for 595 is row 1, column 2. Okay, so here is our last example. I want you to go ahead and write down this matrix. Notice that we have a name. The name is capital M. This is our brackets. Here's the data inside of it. And I'd like you to answer the following questions. So go ahead and hit pause and answer those questions. All right, good job. You got that down. So the dimensions of M are the rows by columns. And I have 1, 2, 3 rows. So I'm going to have a 3. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 columns. So it is a 3 by 4. And something I haven't mentioned before is if you notice that if you do how many elements are in here, how many entries, there are 12 entries, and we can figure that out by doing 3 times 4. That can help you check your work. If you have dimensions of a 6 by 4, then you know there aren't 24 entries in here, then you know you did something wrong. It won't help you with remembering that it is rows by columns, but at least it'll help you check your work and that you have the right, at least, length and width. What is the entry at M32? Notice that this is a lowercase m. This is going to tell me row 3, column 2. So 1, 2, 3, row 3, column 2, 1. So column 1, column 2, column 3, column 4, row 1, row 2, row 3. So column, row 3, column 2, it's 11. So this is 11. And then it's asking us to write the entry at the entry 0 appears at what two addresses. So the first thing I'm going to do is write my lowercase m. I'm going to find that first 0, and I can see it right here, and that's in row 1. And then it's in column 4. And the next one, again, lowercase m, and is in row 2, so I'm going to 2, column 3. It is not necessary for you to label 1, 2, row 3. I just do that so you can see what I am talking about. It may help you at first. If you have any questions, go ahead and feel free to email us. Thank you so much.